Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Royals today is Dennis Leonard, whose record is 15-13 with a 3.72 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Jack Morris, whose record is 18-9 with a 3.97 ERA. And so we remain on a hot streak. We've now won 6 in a row. We are not gaining any games, though, on the Yankees. We're 4 back with 7 games to go. We're down to our final 7 games of the season. And I feel like all we have left to do is pad the stats. That's what we did yesterday. We won 11-1. We had, 6 extra base hits, including a home run from Mickey Hatcher. And Dave Rozema got his 11th win on the season. So a good job by him. And now we face the Royals for the final time in Game 3 of the 3-game series. We do have our final day off tomorrow, final day off of the season. That'll take place after the ball game. So when we're done with the game, I'll go ahead and advance a day so that we know going into the White Sox series in Chicago exactly where we stand. So, it's come down to this. Let's get today's game started. We've had a great season despite our injuries. We lost Petrie for a great part of the season. We lost Bert Blyleven very early on. It's been tough. It's really been tough. But we're still in it. And we've won over 90 games. I think this is our best season so far as far as win-loss record goes. So, let's take a look here. We have Jack Morris starting today. All of our pitchers are on a 4-day rest. So Morris is going, and he's technically tired. So if we can get 5 innings out of Jack, we'll pull him. We are trying to win the division, but and I would love to get Morris his 19th win because he will get a crack at 20. But after we get to the 5th inning, we'll probably pull him out and bring in either Jeff Robinson or Danny Jackson, depending on where we are in the lineup. So, okay, here is our lineup versus Dennis Leonard. Same as yesterday, same lineup, same everybody. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown. For the Kansas City Royals, batting leadoff, playing second base is Tim Ireland. Batting second, playing shortstop is Rance Mulliniks. Batting third and catching is Don Slaught. Batting cleanup, playing third base is Darryl Motley. Batting fifth and DHing is Willie Aikens. Batting sixth in left field is Butch Davis. Batting seventh at first base is Pete LaCock. Batting eighth in center field is Pat Sheridan. And batting ninth in right field is Terry Harper. Okay, let's take a look at Jack real quick. As I mentioned, he is technically listed as tired, going a day early here. His 33rd start of the year is 18-9 with a 3.97 ERA. That is only bested by Dave Rozema, who's only gave up 1 run yesterday, so his ERA is 3.96. 154 Ks in 219 2/3 innings pitched, so 2 more Ks, and Morris will have a season high in strikeouts. Opponents are batting .245, 4 complete games, 3 shutouts, and you know the rest by now. 28-year-old righty goes to free agency next year. Look at his log. He's won 2 games in a row, 7 1/3 and 7 back-to-back starts, only giving up a run. He did have 8 Ks against Texas. His last start did not go so well. He gave up 11 hits and 5 runs in 6 2/3 innings. Throw 3 walks in there for good measure too. So, yeah, not great. He has been walking a lot. But he does not have a career high yet in walks. That was 82 last season. Here's the Tigers defense. Oh, look at this. Kevin Bass bumped up a notch there in center field, up to 83. So that's good news, and we've got Terry Kennedy behind the plate. All right, Tim Ireland leading off against Jack Morris. Here we go. 3-1 count, and he walks him. Oh, no. Oh, no. Leadoff man on first. Here's Rance Mulliniks. Mulliniks had a bad game yesterday. He had 2 errors that accounted for 8 unearned runs. 4 errors total by the Royals yesterday. Mulliniks is a ground ball to Brett, who goes to second to get the force. 1 out, runner on first. Here is catcher Don Slaught, leading the team with 17 home runs, and he strikes out for out number 2. That will bring up Darryl Motley. This will be his last game as a third baseman. I wanted to make sure he got third base throughout the series. I didn't want to manipulate our series. But after this game, we're going to switch him to his outfield position. And that way, it'll be easier for Kansas City to make their decisions on their players based on where they actually play in the field. Motley, ground ball to short. And there's out number 3. So we're going to the bottom of the first inning. Let's look at the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Sweet Whitaker. Batting second, playing first base, is Greg Brock. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. He's actually DHing. Batting cleanup, playing third base, is George Brett. Batting fifth in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting sixth in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting seventh at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting seventh and catching is Terry Kennedy. And batting ninth in center field is Kevin Bass. I think I said Kennedy was batting seventh. He's batting eighth. I'd like a redo. Maybe next time. Okay, take a look at Dennis Leonard. Dennis Leonard was the ace of this staff all the way until this year. The best pitcher in their rotation, but he's by far the best pitcher they have statistically. He's making his 32nd start, 15-13, with a 3.72 ERA, 139 Ks in 222 and a third innings pitched. He has 8 complete games. He's a 4-pitch pitcher. The only good one left is the fastball, although it only tops out at 86 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 40.5%, so he's basically a 60% fly ball pitcher. Overall rated an a right-hander, goes to free agency next year. No, in 1985. Sorry. Let's look at his log. He faced Detroit way back on August 12th. He got a no decision, giving up 7 runs, striking out 8. Going 7, giving up 3 runs, striking out 8. All right. Let's take a look at the defense. A more sound defense today. The only defensive liability is in right field for Terry Harper. Harper was in center field yesterday with a 65 rating, and that's where all of our extra base hits went, right there in the gap between. So we probably won't be as lucky today. We'll benefit from that. Here's Sweet Lou leading off, and a base hit to center field. So maybe I'm wrong. Whitaker base hit to lead off the ball game. A runner on first. Here is Greg Brock. Brock's contact just keeps going down as the season goes on. And he walks. That's what he does. A nice 9-pitch at bat as Brock takes first. Whitaker on second. Here is Mickey Hatcher. He had a big home run in yesterday's ball game, his 15th on the year. Here he pops it up to short. Mulliniks makes the catch. 1 down. Here's George Brett facing his old team for the last time this year, batting .323 versus righties. And he pulls it to right field for a base hit. Whitaker scores. Brock goes to third. And it's 1-0 Detroit. This is perfect for Glenn Wilson. We're going to hit and run. He's got that 93 contact. Let's get everybody moving. And a base hit to right. Brock will score easily. Brett goes to third. It is 2-0. Loving this. This is great. Let's Gibby's 0 for 7 against Dennis Leonard in his career. So let's request a sacrifice fly. Anywhere in the outfield, he should score pretty easily. Brett's got 80 speed. Oh, a tapper back to Leonard. Brett has to hold as they get the force at second. That did not go so well. Let's try to steal second base with Gibson and get 2 runners in scoring position for Trammell. Okay, so 2 down, first and third. Gibby's going. Fastball down the middle. Gibson gets the stolen base. His 23rd on the season. 23 for 36 on the year. You do the math. So, Trammell's got an 0-1 count now. 2 runners in scoring position, and Trammell strikes out looking. You gotta take the bat off his shoulders. We get 2 runs in the first. We go to the top of the second inning with Willie Mays Aikens leading off. He's got a career home run against Jack Morris. A ground ball to first. There's out number 1. Aikens not himself this year. No power, no batting average. I think he really misses having George Brett in front of him as Butch Davis strikes out. So his second K for Morris today. That is a new career high. Good job by Jack. Here is Pete LaCock. Oh, LaCock! That is a deep home run. 439 feet into right center field. That is his 7th home run on the year. He's got an 84 power. I mean, for a guy that wasn't playing in the majors after 1981, he's putting up some decent numbers. 2-1 now as the Royals get on the board. Here is Pat Sheridan. He taps it in front of the plate. Can he make the play? No, of course not. He makes the error. That's always a 50-50 proposition. An error by Kennedy. I think that's how Parrish had all those errors last year. Remember, Parrish had 17 errors behind the plate, which is ridiculous for a Gold Glove catcher. And Morris strikes out Terry Harper, 3rd K on the day. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Tigers are up a run. Here is Terry Kennedy leading off. Kennedy's average has dropped quite a bit. Down the final 6 weeks of the season, down to 267 now. 1 out. Here's Kevin Bass. 227 hitter, 8 home runs, ground ball to short. 2 down. As we go back to Lou. Lou led off the game with a hit, and he strikes out. That, I don't know. I'm skeptical of the call on that one. That is out number 3. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Back to the top of the lineup for the Royals. It is Tim Ireland. And a base hit up the middle. Tim Ireland. He is a pain. He's a pain. Yeah. He's batting .311 now with a home run. That home run was right after I talked shit about him. Morris jams Mulliniks inside, popping it up to Sweet Lou. Lou makes the catch. 1 down. You could use a double play here as Don Slaught steps up. And a stolen base by Ireland. That'll get him into scoring position. That's his first career stolen base. He's a 30-year-old rookie, for crying out loud. Come on. Wow, he had 13 home runs in AAA this year. And 92 RBI, 20 stolen bases. So he earned his call-up. We're going to pull the outfield in. I think Ireland would still score on a base hit, but we'll pull him in. There's a fly ball to center. Bass has got to go back to get it, and he does. Ireland tagging up, taking 3rd base. So 2 down, a runner at third for Darryl Motley crew. And he strikes out. Good job by Morris. Give him the old splitter. Way out of the zone. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Tigers maintain the 1-run lead with Greg Brock leading off. Brock strikes out. 1 out. Dennis Leonard. He's been pretty good since the first inning. Got 3 strikeouts now as Mickey Hatcher flies out to center. I feel like if we could just stick around here, we'll break through against Leonard one more time. And Brett's going to dump into left center field. That should fall in for a hit. It does. Give Brett a base hit. Do we want to go for 2? No, I'm going to say no. I think we'll be satisfied with 1. And we'll let Glenn Wilson take a cut here. Wilson sitting on 23 home runs. And a base hit past the second baseman, Ireland. Brett goes to third. Tigers have 5 hits so far. And Gibby's looking to get off the schneid versus Leonard. He's 0 for 8 with a strikeout. 3-2 count. And a base hit to center field. There we go. That'll make Gibby happy. Driving in a run. Wilson goes to third. Leonard threw nothing but fastballs there after that initial slider. And Gibby knew what was coming. He gets a base hit to center. First and third, 2 down for Alan Trammell. Trammell's got a career home run versus Leonard. All of that started with a 2-out bloop single by Brett. So we get a run back and extend the lead to 2. It's 3-1. We're headed to the top of the 4th inning. Bunch of lefties coming up. Morris walks Willie Aikens. He does take a walk occasionally. I'd like to get Morris to the 5th. Here is Butch Davis, runner on first. Butch strikes out on a pitch inside. 5 Ks for Morris. Doesn't look tired. He's reaching back for some extra gusto. Here's Pete LaCock. He took him deep. And here he walks. All right, things are getting a little shaky here. Pulling the outfield in. I don't think Aikens would score on a base hit if we're all pulled in. Here's Pat Sheridan. 3-2 count, and he walks. All right, so Morris has now walked. The bases loaded. I need a drink. This could be the last batter for Morris. It's Terry Harper. We're going to pull the infield in only because it works. This is not the best strategy. I almost feel like we should give up a run to maybe get a double play, but I don't feel like we're going to get a double play either. So we're gonna pull the infield in. Here's Terry Harper. Base hit will tie the game. 1-2 count, and he strikes him out. Oh, it's Tim Ireland. Morris has got to get Ireland here if he wants to get another inning. Ireland batting .325 versus right-handers, though. And he's 1 for 1 with a walk today. I mean, I really feel like we should pull Morris and bring in a left-hander to turn Ireland around. I mean, look at those numbers. No. I mean, we're not going to win the division. I mean, it's just not going to happen. We're going to pull the outfield in. I don't think Ireland's going to get another home run. He's got 70 power. We're going to pull the outfield in. Nothing falls in. And at least try to prevent LaCock from scoring from second. Here we go. 1-0 count. Ground ball up the middle. Good range from Trammell. Oh, no! No! Oh, no. An error by Trammell. The run scores. And now it's a left-hander. I mean, this is about as well designed by the game as it could be. I have to take him out now. I mean, that was his exit strategy for that inning. So we're going to bring in Cappy. I mean, Morris is tired. He gets the day off tomorrow. He'll be ready for his last start. He will not get 20 wins this year. Here's Cappy. We've been able to rely on Cappy this year. He's pitching in his last games as a Tiger. Lefties bat .288 against him. So this is not a guarantee, but we're going to play the odds. We will pull the outfield in again. Mulliniks batting .203 versus left-handers. 1-1 count. And a ground ball to first. Brock makes the play. So the Tigers do get out of it with the lead. It was enough to chase Morris. He only gave up 2 hits, but he had 4 walks. And that error really killed him there. So not a good performance. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Here is Terry Kennedy. Leading off. Striking out. 4 Ks for Leonard. 1 out. And then Kevin Bass comes through with a base hit. He gets his average up to .230. We're going to hit and run with Lou. Runner on first, less than 2 outs. Ground ball to short. Mulliniks makes the play, but Bass is in scoring position for Greg Brock. Brock, we need a big hit from him. Ground ball to short. And that'll do it. So we go to the top of the 5th inning. We've got some righties and a lefty coming up. We're going to take out Capizzello, and we're going to Jeff Robinson. Jeff Robinson might be our 5th starter next year. I guess I'd like to see him start in AAA. Take a look at what he did in his 3 starts. I love the strikeout to innings pitch ratio. He had 9 Ks in his major league debut against the worst team in baseball, Texas. But nonetheless, it was a good performance. Okay, let's see how he does here. Give him an inning of relief. Don Slaught leading off, and he strikes him out. That's exactly what we need from him. 1 down. Here's Darryl Motley. Motley rips it into left field for a base hit. And an error by Gibson. Come on. Now the tying runs in scoring position. Gibby's been so good out there this year. And that might cost us because now we have the lefties coming up here. We're going to intentionally walk Aikens. He is not a good base runner. To get to the righty, Davis, a ground ball could be a double play because Davis has 90 speed. Here we go, 2-0 count, and a base hit. So the game was going to get tied anyway. That's it for Robinson. We'll bring in Keith Comstock. Yeah, this is just not going to be our day. 0-2, 3.38 ERA, 48 Ks in 50 and 2/3 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .193 against him. Keith Comstock, an unsung hero. We're going to pull the infield in for Pete LaCock. 0-2 count. I mean, he's 0-2 against Comstock in his career. And he goes deep for the 2nd time. Yeah, this is one of those things where it was going to happen no matter what. There's a blooper in the center field. Yep. Well, this could be our season as Harper goes deep. Yeah, this might be the season right here. Tigers are down 8-3. Terrible performance for Comstock, giving up the 2 home runs. Hatcher flying out to left center field. Yeah, the error by Trammell, that was the difference in the game. I mean, that's kind of how we knew it was over. Morris could have got out of that inning and probably kept pitching, but we had to go to the bullpen since he was already a day tired. And, yeah, that was it. Royals now have more hits than the Tigers. Tigers have 3 errors today. And a balk. Will intentionally walk Butch Davis to get to the lefties. And a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We still need to win this ball game if we could, so we're not going to take anybody out. Trammell brought the bats today, the base at the left. We need somebody to go deep here. God, Kennedy, he is really tanking it. 103 pitches now for Leonard, 107 after that pitch. And there's out number 3. Ground ball from Sheridan. That's going to do it for Comstock. He gave us 2 innings pitched, gave up 2 home runs. Kind of ruined his ERA a little bit. All right, well, I guess we'll bring in Carl Willis. He will be on the team next year, out of spring training. Striking out Terry Harper. Love me some Carl Willis. A comebacker from Ireland. And that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Wow, they're bringing in Jeff Twitty. This guy has given up a run in 5 straight games, all in relief. He's got an 8.61 ERA, and yet they keep bringing him out there. We do have the lefties coming up, starting with Lou. I like Lou in this situation. There we go. Oh, ground ball to short. There's 1 out. Greg Brock, he does not hit lefties. Out number 2. And Sticky Mickey. Fly ball to center. We are going to the 8th inning. We're going to bring in our boy Paul Gibson, the creeper. Creeping in from the bullpen. Opponents are batting .301 against him. He probably will be in our bullpen out of spring training. Oh, it looked like a strikeout. It was like a delayed swing in the game. And Mulliniks gets a hit. Paul Gibson might have to earn that spot. Yeah, another base hit. Wow. Motley at least pops it up. So after the Royals' 4 errors yesterday, Tigers have 3 today. And that's really been the problem. That and the walk, which Gibson... I mean, that's like, again, when the game is choosing to win the game, you can see how it manipulates, walking a left-handed batter to get to a right-hander. That would not normally happen, right? I mean, it just happens every time in this game under those circumstances. Well, you know what? Why not bring in Tom Filer? We have not seen him in a while. He's the kind of guy that pours gasoline on a fire. He started several games for us. It's been a while since we've seen him. Let's get him into a ball game. Maybe get a double play here. We're not going to play him. Play back. That was ball 4, but instead it's a ground ball to short. And they go home to get the runner. I didn't even have to pull him in. That's so weird. But we'll take it. Why not? Who cares? Ground ball to third. And that'll do it. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers are down 5. George Brett leading off against Jeff Twitty. Twitty looking good today. Oh, an error by the third baseman, Motley, in his last game as a third baseman. That sucks for him. Well, maybe we're going to get some garbage time runs here. Yeah, Glenn Wilson walks. That happened just the other day, but that is still only his 22nd walk on the year as he gets closer to 500 at-bats. Now, that could be somewhat intentional to get to Gibson. Gibby batting .271 versus lefties here toward the end of the year. That's unbelievable. A ground ball to second and a double play. Yep. And a pass ball scores a run. We can't even get the RBI. They just give it to us. And a ground ball to second. We're going to the ninth inning. Let's have Filer close it out for us if we can. Sheridan, fly ball to left. Gibson makes the catch this time. Terry Harper striking out. And Tim Ireland popping it up. Oh, good job by Filer. Came in with the bases loaded last inning and did a dynamite job. All right, we're down 4 runs. They are going to bring in a righty, Roger Mason, former Detroit Tiger. I believe we traded him over here. Yep, for $39. I don't think that's right. Okay, Terry Kennedy. Gosh, I can't justify pinch hitting. Well, we didn't even look at the in-game stats today. Yeah, he's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He is sucking. I don't know. We don't have another option. Oh, that was a good call. Now we'll pinch run for him. All right, Kennedy's coming out. We're going to bring in Jeff and the family Stone. Oops. I mean, if we could get one extra run, that would be good. Do we want Kevin Bass to bat? Versus righties. You know, oddly, we could bat Jody Reed here. All the guy does is get on base. But Kevin Bass has the power. The power of Grayskull. Here we go. 0-2 count. Yeah, shit. I should have went ahead and pinch hit. We're going to hit and run with Lou. Ground ball to first. That'll get Stone over. Will they give us one more garbage run? This is the season. That's the season right there. Tigers lose 8-4 after being up 3-2 at one point. And then it all came crashing down on us. We're going to play one day and advance to the 24th. Let's see where we stand in the standings. Yep, 4 games back with 6 to go. Oh, it's a 3-way tie in the West. That is crazy. Wow, that's nuts. And it's down to New York and Detroit. The National League, Philadelphia is now eliminated, and New York's running away with it now. They've won 7 in a row. Montreal's fallen almost completely out of contention. I guess with a New York win and a Montreal loss, it'll be clinched, I think, technically. Houston officially out of it, and Los Angeles is up 2 games now as Cincinnati's lost 4 in a row. That's tough going. Okay, let's take a look at headline news. Wow, a 1-0 shutout for Kurt Young. He's the number 5 starter on that team. Orioles batters, a difficulty. Not a lot to do. Yeah, that's fine. Pete LaCock. He had 2 home runs. Maybe yell for no reason at all. Yeah. All right. Transactions. Let's see here. A couple. No. So Boston signs Ivan Calderon to a 3-year extension despite never playing the guy. All he does is kill it. And they don't even, like, he's a platoon hitter in right field. And I guess it's working, but. Also, they signed Fred Lynn to a extension for $1.2 million, and he's on the bench. They're not even playing him. They just did it this year. So, I mean, these are the things that piss me off about the game. Mike Krukow for the Cubbies is going to miss the rest of the year. He'll be back in time for spring training. That's the most innings he's ever pitched in a season. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Oh, boy. We're going to play the Sox in Chicago next. Don't forget about the 1980 Detroit Lions alternate history. We've upped the contest. It's no longer for a Billy Sims autograph jersey card. It's actually a Billy Sims autograph jersey. You can still get in on that contest. I'll put the video right here from yesterday, and you can watch that. I'll tell you what to do if you don't already know. 3 home runs by the Royals. Terry Harper hits his first one in the season, and Pete LaCock hits 2 for 4 RBIs. Talk about unsung heroes. Dennis Leonard gets his 16th win. Good job by him. We had 3 errors: Trammell, Kennedy, and Kirk Gibson. Pathetic. And then Jeff Robinson gave up 3 runs. Keith Comstock gave up 2 homers. Jack Morris just couldn't do it. He tried. We give him all the commendations. And Tom Filer, good job in relief. Okay, that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow. We've got 6 games to go, folks. And then we're done until next April. That's going to be crazy. So until tomorrow, everyone, have a great day.